Good morning, good afternoon, and good night to everyone. Welcome back to the K Plus Podcast, episode 16. Please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe to the channel. You know, we're on social media, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, you name it. I got Spotify for the audio listeners as well. Don't forget the Spotify. If you're on the road, you're driving, you can just listen to the podcast and so forth. I got that for you as well. Let's get this show on the road. We're continuing a little Local Ballerz series where I interview local basketball players from the Virgin Islands playing overseas and so forth. Today, I got the big forward for you guys. I got him on for you guys though. I had Alicia first, but I had to bring this man on as well. You know, played in the Dominican Republic, played in Puerto Rico, most recently played for Club Plaza Valerio. Ladies and gentlemen, Luis Baez is in the building. Talk to me, Luis. How you doing today?
And I'm doing great, bro. I appreciate you for having me. You know, I remember we talked about this a couple of weeks back.
Mm-hmm.
I was still away and stuff, so I said, man, when I won't get home, I get home, I get you for sure.
Hey, absolutely, man. I know the man them grinding, doing their thing. You know, I can't complain at all. I can't complain.
You know, we gotta respect your grind too. We know this is your grind. So
hey, we all on the grind. We all on the grind. Same grind, different times sometimes. So hey, all are good, man. I really appreciate you coming on the show for me today. Gonna be a good one. Before we even get to the meat and potatoes, how you feeling about the playoffs so far?
Man.
NBA playoffs.
Man.
Your team's in there or they don't knock out and lose and things?
I ain't gonna lie, man. I had like the Wolves. I had like the Wolves to go all the way. I did. But you know, unfortunately, that ain't happened. But shout out to them boys at OKC. They're doing a great job. So
I have to give them the credit. I have to get in the credit because I love Ant-Man. I love me some Ant-Man. I love him a lot. But them
different, man.
Them Thunders, man. They put belt to ass on them, man. To be frank,
he's young. He have a lot of time. And you know, he's been. The crazy thing is, you know, people are starting to like him now, but he's been like that. High school, college. One of our really good friends, almost like my brother. He was his college teammate from Georgia.
Okay.
Told him, bro, that kid was different. All in college.
You could see the fire in his eyes. Like he
was like that. He was him before they thought he was him. You know.
Mm-hmm.
So that's
okay. Cool.
You got a long way to go.
Yeah, man. He definitely. I believe he'll get one. He'll get there eventually. He will get there. I'm sure of it. Absolutely, man. But hey, Thunder in the finals. Let's see how this Knicks Pacers things go.
Yeah,
we'll see.
It's tonight. I guess we'll see tonight. The game is tonight.
Yeah. That's tonight. I think Pacers going to take it home. After game one, I don't think Knicks can recover from that. Man, hey, you gotta give Pacers their love, man. Well, yeah, playoffs going good so far. So yeah, just stay tuned for that and so forth. So I wanted to start off essentially with you. So just talk to us. When did the love for the game of basketball develop for you? Was it like younger age or when you got older?
Nah, man. You know, I was what people like to call a late bloomer, man. I came onto the scene super late. You know, super late. So I'm you know, like I always tell people, I'm grateful for as far as I've came so far. You know, I was a baseball player before. You know, my best friends, we used to play baseball together. I stopped playing baseball junior year in high school, and up till then, I hadn't played no technically organized basketball as far as like school leagues. I played in tournaments and stuff like that, but not no school league. And I remember my junior year, a lot of my guys, they was like, "Dad, you gotta join the team. You gotta sign up for tryouts. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you'll make it, you good." But I still kind of had that little doubt, you know, because I just do that I just leave baseball. You know what I'm saying? So it was like, I really go full blown with basketball or just cool with it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But senior year played, I think, being around Tegan, I was introduced to Craig, I was introduced to Cuffy. Cuffy was a big part in that because, you know, like, he was one of the first I could say, like, really was like, hey, if you want to do this,
you could do it.
You could do it. You have the talent, you have it, and that's when I would say, like, that's when that switch kind of flipped. You know what I'm saying? That switch turned on to like, all right, if we're gonna do it, let's do it full fledged. At the time he was still playing, But if I have this great pro that we all know, right here at home, and he's telling me, "Hey, I'm gonna take you under my wing. You're my guy." You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I believe in you. Like, if you're gonna do it all the way. Like that. That alone was like that flip that I needed, and really right then and there was like fell in love with everything. Grind, the hard days, the good days, the bad, the lows, the highs, everything.
Mm.
So I was late though. I came on the scene super late.
So we started off with baseball, and then basketball kind of just creeped in there around
Man.
high school time.
Yeah, I started hitting my growth spurt too. That was another thing. So like a
Mm-hmm.
lot of things as far as basketball, once you start growing, everybody's like, "Yo, you gotta try this." And I always played basketball, but it was for fun. Like, I played in the hood for fun.
Mm-hmm.
Once you start growing, everybody's like, "Yo, you should start."
Yeah, so you start getting that height. It's like you need to run some ball, man. You need to run some ball.
And it go from start running to, hey, you should take this a little more serious, man. I think, when you start hearing it often, it's like, okay, maybe it's I just might have to. And, that's how it came about. And now, I'm full-fledged in this thing.
Mm-hmm. And it's an interesting story because, a lot of people who been playing ball since 3, 4, 5 from young.
I don't have that. Yeah, man. I put a ball in my hand when I was 4 years old, and
Yeah.
I don't have that story, bro. My story was like, the other day I just said, fuck it, let's do it.
Yeah, your story is unique, and that's fine. It's different. It's different, man. It's different. So, all are really cool and so forth. So you played some basketball in high school in the Virgin Islands and so forth. So doing that, do you feel like there was, and I asked Anisha, of course, I believe I asked you this on one of the last shows. Do you feel like there's
goat?
What you said? Me hear you.
She's a goat in this basketball thing.
Oh yeah, hey,
that's my girl, man.
You got to give it to her, man. Shout out to Anisha one time. You got to give it to her. But do you feel playing basketball in high school in the Virgin Islands is a disadvantage when you're trying to go to college and like get the looks and so forth to get the recruitment? Do you feel it's like it's a disadvantage in your opinion?
And I'm gonna answer your question, but I'm also after I want to know what she said because we all know how far she's made it in basketball. I think that's an interesting question.
She did it. Go ahead.
Let me answer it first. I feel like yes and no.
Okay.
A lot of people yes and no. I say no. Well, I'm gonna start with the yes. I say yes is a disadvantage because obviously we don't have that social media presence, and it don't have to be the baller's life. It don't have to be the the home team hoops, the elite tapes, all them pages. We don't have that type of presence. You know what I'm saying? To where it's like anybody, like even like when I started hooping, like even 2014, 2015, 2016, like bro, you had to be cold to get a mixtape on one of them pages. You had to be one of them ones. You know what I'm saying? Now it's like
Jelly Fam and all them dudes back in the day.
You know what I'm saying? Like now it's like, bro, you could get on the scene so easy now. I feel like social media thing, post your highlights. Somebody will see it eventually. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I feel like yes, because we don't have that presence, and no, because right now in the time we are, social media is so big. Like we could really make that presence ourselves. And at the end of the day, we have pros. We have people that did it. So it's not
Of course not.
you know what I'm saying? So like to say it's like, it's harder. Yeah, it's harder, but so what? So what? Do the work. Do the work, and when you have your opportunity, just do what you're supposed to do. At the end of the day, when you get that opportunity, just don't take it for granted. That's why I say no, because like it's all about opportunity. I feel like some people may feel like, hey man, I didn't get that opportunity. You probably did. You just didn't know that was your opportunity, and you could have took it for granted. It just didn't show up. So that's why I say every opportunity, no matter big or small, you got to treat it like, hey, this is the one that's gonna get me over the hump.
Absolutely, and I feel you on that. And what you said, the opportunity might have done pass you by, but you didn't know.
You didn't know that
you weren't ready. You weren't prep.
Yeah, and you never know. Like, there's nobody gonna tell you like, hey, this is the opportunity that's gonna change your life. Nobody's gonna. Nobody ever told me. Matter of fact, I'll take that back. You know how much people told me in different situations, like, yo, this opportunity can change your life, depending on what you do it. And some of them did, and some of them was just like, I did what I had to do, but nothing.
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? But the experience, you know what I'm saying? So it's really just taking every opportunity and trying to do the best you can with it. I feel like so. I said that's why I said yes and no. It's a mix of both.
Okay, I feel you. And back to I believe Anisha was more on the side of she didn't really think it was a disadvantage per se, because even so we're not have as much resources or travel as the States. You are still going out to different islands and places, little tournaments in like
That's why I
Orlando and
said
so forth.
in this moment, like social media could take such a big part in that, which can take away. I feel like that gift that I have. I feel like social media really cancels it out
Mm-hmm.
because of that. Because like you can send out your mixtapes, you can send out your highlights. Bro, I did it.
Mm-hmm.
I am living proof that it can happen, bro. I did it. I sent out. You know how much emails I sent out to college coaches, bro?
I bet there's plenty.
Bro, like
I bet there's plenty.
that's I lose count. Count.
And there's only so much that may reply.
If I have, bro, if from emails I sent, if I have 10 college coaches that reply to me, bro, it's a lot.
Mm.
And I've sent over 100 for sure.
Yeah, that's you hear the numbers, guys. So
You know what I'm saying?
which is why I respect y'all a lot, because it is tough.
It's
It
tough.
it
Tough.
it'll be tough to even get you a spot. You could have all the talent, but sometimes you just
You just need that. It's, like I said, opportunities, bro. And the opportunity may not be the one that you like, but that's just
Mhm.
opportunity that you're given. So you gotta take it and do what you can with it. You know, like my opportunity. I feel like after high school, I don't want to sidetrack to to what you have going on, but after
not do it thing.
like I went to
Mm-hmm.
prep school. I know a couple of young guys right now that went to prep school, and I feel like that's an easy escape as far as like getting your name out there in the states.
Yeah.
Go to prep, bro. You know what I'm saying? If you really think you're that good, bro, bet on yourself. Go to prep. Go to JUCO.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like at the end of the day, you got to bet on yourself. I went to prep. My first one was a scam. Got scammed out of money.
Yeah.
Yeah, came home. I was like, I was kind of done with it. And even then, I had picked up some interest in some.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But it was just like it wasn't. It didn't make sense for me at the time. Then a coach that I met who got scammed as well at the prep school I was at,
Wow.
he ended up getting opportunity at a real prep school.
Mm-hmm.
He, my mom, they kind of both went in cahoots and convinced me like, yo,
Okay.
run it back. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Give it the next try. We
Yeah,
can't
we
we
did.
can't we can't let it end like this.
And
Yep.
being a lie to you, bro, I was so like turned out by it. I was like, nah, I'm good.
You were done. Like you,
Yeah, I
you
was
weren't feeling this.
done with, really done with basketball. I was done with everything.
Mm-hmm.
Done as far as sports, like taking this thing serious. I was done. Like that took everything out of me. And then they ended up convincing me, yo, just give it one more try. And if it don't work out now, then at least you say you tried again. You know what I'm saying? For
Absolutely.
me, that was the opportunity that turned everything. Like, I went from not taking it to it being an opportunity that turned everything around for me. I had countless JUCO offers, had countless
Mhm.
D2 interests, had countless D3 off. Like, bro, I had the world. Like I said, like at that time for me, being from here,
Yeah.
coming from where I'm coming from, I felt like I had the world in my hands, bro. Like
Yep.
I had the options. I had the people calling. I went on the visits. They showed me the love on the visits. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And,
Yes.
and this was at the NAIA level, small D2 JUCO. So
Mm-hmm.
just from that experience, I know how good them guys at D1 level feel. But you know what I'm saying? Like I said, opportunity. Ended up going with full form. I'm gonna do it. I'm going.
Mm-hmm.
Ended up getting my scholarship to go to my first school. I really decommitted. I had a scholarship to the school called Ohio Christian
Mm-hmm.
University, like 30 minutes from Ohio State.
Okay.
I actually became their first basketball player to go on a full ride.
Really?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Their coach, he wasn't a guy that was like giving out full ride scholarships,
Mm-hmm.
but he knew my prep school coach and the owner of the prep school. He got a lot of connects in the basketball world, so they talked it over and it was like, "Yo, if you want this kid, you gotta pull that full ride out, and you gotta give it to him. not gonna waste your time.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? I like him enough. Like, let's do it. And I ended up getting that. I was gonna sign and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Signing on my letter of intent, but then it's a business. And then that's another thing people gotta understand. It's a business stuff.
Yep.
It's a business.
There's politics and business to it. Yep.
Politics, everything. You get fired. I didn't feel comfortable
Mm.
going there. You know what I'm saying? He got fired. Not that I didn't trust myself. I just didn't know what I was gonna walk into. You know what I'm saying? Because it was a new coach. I know he was kind of gonna be on edge. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
To get a new coach. But the coach called me. The new coach, he had called me and he was like, "Yo, we're gonna honor your scholarship."
So even though they fired the original coach, they were still going to give you that full ride
Yeah.
regardless.
The coach he called,
Okay.
the other coach called, I forgot his name, but he called. He was like, "Yo, like we're gonna honor your scholarship. We're still gonna honor it. Like you're good. If you wanna come, you can come."
Mm-hmm.
But I kind of was like, "Oh no, I kind of don't feel too comfortable doing it." And I was gonna go to where the other coach is going.
Mm-hmm.
But, you know what I'm saying? It turned into a big mess. Like I ended up calling my prep school coach, like, "Yo, I'm not going there, bro. Like this just went from like great, the best feeling in the world to I'm home now, thinking I'm going somewhere. I'm about to go off. We're in the summer at this point,
Mm-hmm.
bro. What I'm gonna do? It's about to be summer. I would say it was probably around this time. It was probably like early May.
May, June. Okay.
What am I gonna do? Everybody pretty much at this point has their roster set. Like, what am I doing?
Mm.
And he said, "Man, don't worry about it. Everything gonna work out. You had the offers before. You had the interest before."
Mm-hmm.
I was like, "All right, man. As nervous as I was, I put my trust in he.
Yep.
God made it happen, bro. 2 days later, I got another call like, hey, we got a full ride for you here.
That's
Like,
it.
come on, if you want it, it's there. Spot is there, position is there. We really like you. Let's make it happen." I ended up going to Tabor College in Kansas.
And now you said Tabor?
Tabor, yeah.
Tabor, yes. I did see that and so forth. So you first played officially in Tabor
Yeah.
College.
That was my first, I would say, like 4-year college experience. Because prep, you play a lot of JUCOs and stuff.
Yeah.
Well, but like first 4-year college experience was at Tabor.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but just to reiterate, I make sure you was born in Dominican Republic and raised in the VI, correct?
Yeah, I moved to the Virgin Islands. I moved to Detroit when I was 6 or 7.
Okay. So we have a local Caribbean guy, local Virgin Islander, ended up becoming the first guy to receive a full ride in a school in the States. That's incredible. To me, that's incredible.
Yeah,
Small VI. I use the fuss.
Yeah, I was surprised. Even now, I still don't know how to feel about it because it's like.
Mm-hmm.
But my coach and them, they were like, "Yo, like this is bigger than what you think." Like for me, it was just like, "Hey, man, I deserve this because I feel like I worked for it." They was like, "Nah, this is bigger, bro." It's like nobody. Like, he's never given nobody a full ride.
And imagine how much players and people walk through that place and use the fuss that.
Bro, they had great players. I can tell you, I went on a visit. I met them. They had great players. Great players. The NAIA level, man. That's where you see a lot. You learn a lot.
Mm-hmm.
You get all those D1 bounce backs.
Yep.
They didn't make it because it wasn't because of the talent. It was because of their grades. I tell people all the time, don't get it confused that they went D1 because they weren't good enough. Nah, it wasn't that they weren't good enough. Them boys just weren't going to class.
they weren't going to school, just ball and go home.
They weren't cutting it in school, and they bounced back to the NAIA level. Yeah, that's a Division I player still. End of the day.
Man, you hear that, guys? Make sure I go to school and pay attention and think, because you need to make sure you keep your grades up.
As cliche as it sounds, you will not play.
Yeah, man. So talk to me a little bit about, Tabor. I keep saying Tabor. Talk to me a little bit about that experience. Going to that school. Mm-hmm.
Tabor was a roller coaster. Like I said, I feel like my basketball career had so many of those. And my highs were super high. But Tabor was unique because in my scholarship, when I agreed to it, obviously this was written. But it was something, you keep your word as a man, you keep your word. Guys, keep your word as a man.
Mm-hmm.
They was like, all right, we like you, we want you, but we wanna see you in person. We wanna make sure we see you. We want to work out with you.
Okay.
Come in July. Come in July. School starts in August.
Mm-hmm.
I'm in July. Um, spend a month out here. We will get you summer job. We'll get you living. You'll live with one of the coaches.
Okay.
Obviously, you'll have access to the gym. You'll be working out with us. You know what I'm saying? So the full shindig. I'm about to go through this whole summer process with them, though.
Yes.
I, of course, I agreed. I mean, at that time, I'm just excited. I'm like, bro, like, I just decommitted from this school 2 days ago, and now I'm on the phone with
The
another
next school on the way.
getting the same treatment. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, I agreed to everything. Flew out there. It was right before 4th of July. Right before 4th of July, I remember. 2018. And went out there, bro. Did all this shit, and they worked out with them. I'm thinking, though, it's going to be me and some other players. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
it's just me and the coaching staff. It's just me.
Like an individual type of workout thing.
All summer, well, all June, well, all July.
Yeah.
Like, just me and the coaching staff. Individual.
Okay.
I thank them for it, though, because probably wouldn't have developed the discipline that I have now.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that helped. I was already disciplined, but I feel like that took my discipline to a whole nother level. Because, mind you, I'm away from home. I'm used to being away from home, so that wasn't a problem.
Yeah.
But I'm away from home. I have a job, not paying bills because I'm staying with one of the coaches. I could really just be doing whatever I want. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, I definitely stayed locked in. I was running my...
That's good.
I was going to the weight room when they called me. I was in the gym by myself at times, you know? So I went through all that. It was a good... That was like... I feel like it was a good summer experience, for sure. Then my freshman year, coming into my freshman year now,
Yes.
being ineligible to play because of the scam prep school. So we showed them, the NAIA clearinghouse that, hey, because they don't really go for the gap years. They want to know what you did every year, so they know if
they need to see your resume. What you've been doing.
What you've been doing, you know what I'm saying? So we did all of that with the clearinghouse. We pulled up like news reports, like, yo, look, they're in a lawsuit, this thing. But I don't know. They was like, you know what? It's gap year. You played prep. Technically didn't. Obviously, I left early. It was a scam. And then you played prep again. Well, you know what? We're gonna deem you ineligible for your first year. So they took away my freshman year.
Wow.
Yeah, I didn't play my freshman year. I was just there.
And I find that crazy because that scam thing, that's not on you.
It's not. It's not on
You're a victim, if anything, at that point.
But you see what I mean with you got things out of your control and just opportunities, and you know what I'm saying? So I was ready to come home. I called home and I was like, yo, I'm in the middle of Kansas, bro. I only came out here because the hooping, you know what I'm saying? Obviously,
yep.
I want to go to school and all that, but the reality is, like, I could have went to school somewhere else and enjoyed myself. I'm not going to come to the middle of Kansas to go to school if I'm just going to go to school, you know? But ultimately they convinced me, like, oh, no, like, it was bigger, like, don't worry about it. So, stayed the full year, committed to come back my sophomore year. So now sophomore year starts. You know, I'm coming in now. I got a different mentality because I know for sure. I mean, I'm gonna have to go through the clearinghouse again, but I know for sure I'm about to be clear.
Like you don't set you're good.
I know I'm gonna be good. So there's no doubt in that. So I'm going again, full fledged. You know, going hard. We doing summer workouts. You know, all that. Once the season comes around, obviously I got cleared and stuff. There was a lot of, I would say, animosity, but I don't know why, between me, my assistant coach. I don't like to leave this part of the story out because I feel like, you know, it's something that actually made me like.
Okay.
I know I'm hard headed. I'm respectful, but I know I'm hard headed at times. Me and me and my assistant coach, we didn't get along at all.
Yeah.
But we argued face to face.
So there was just a conflict between
Yeah,
you and he.
we just bumped heads too much. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying? And it was just, I know for sure on my end, it was more of my own frustrations too. I don't know what was frustrating him and what he had going on, but I know for me, it was more of already when we're playing, I'm on a short leash. Like they're telling me, hey, we want you to be the guy.
Yeah.
But you're not letting me flow to be the guy. You know what I'm saying? I go in.
They tell you one thing and then the next thing when it's time for action.
I could go in, I could score 6 points straight, somebody make a bad pass to me, or I make a pass and somebody fumble it, I'm getting pulled. You know what I'm saying? Down. So now it's like, bro, what are we doing? You know what I'm saying? So I feel like that I was so confused, you know, what was going on. I didn't understand it. I didn't know why this was going on. You check. So out of that coming into play, I feel like I was just so frustrated that season. And then with him still trying to be on my case, I feel like that's why we bumped heads so much. You know, we came face to face a couple times, fist balled up, ready to fight. You know, and like team had to. Hey,
wow.
Yeah, you know,
it was serious then.
Yeah, it was serious, and I'm not saying that was the right thing to do. Obviously, if you don't want to fight your coach, you're gonna lose that battle.
Yeah,
but I feel like just that alone, like I just knew, like, okay, Tabor. As much as I would love to be here 4 years, it's not.
It ain't gonna work out.
And COVID happened. I transferred during COVID. I feel like that was the hardest time to transfer because everybody got that year back. Everybody had their full team back. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like COVID was the hardest time to transfer schools. I got interest. I got a full ride from a school called Wilberforce in Ohio.
Okay.
Same situation as my first school. Coach ended up getting fired. It's like, bro, I'm not going there. I'm not gonna go there. I had good relations with this coach at the school named East West University in Chicago. It was literally, at this point, it was August. School was about to start.
Yep.
I didn't have nowhere to go. Called him. Said, hey, man, coach, what's up? Like, I know you told me you wanted me to come play for you. I kind of dubbed it at first. But I told him to realize, like, look, I don't got nowhere to go right now. It's too late to go anywhere else.
Yep.
You think you got a spot for me on that team to come in this year? He said, hey, all I can give you is a spot. Everything else you got to earn. As long as you're good with that, it's a go. I said, bet. Say no more.
That's all we need, a spot coach. That's all we need.
All I need is the opportunity.
That's all we need.
All I needed was the opportunity. 2 weeks later, I was in Chicago. Moved in, everything. Like I told you in the beginning, it's all about opportunity, bro. I came here with the mentality like, hey, I'm taking this spot. This spot is mine. You know what I'm saying? Like, ain't no if, I'm the but.
What are you saying? Your name right in stone. I can't take this from you.
This is mine. There's nothing nobody could do right now is stopping me. I'm a junior at this point. You check?
Yep.
Only 2 more years to show that I could really do this pro thing. So said, so done. Went in there as a, you know what I'm saying, worked my way up to being second option on the team. It wasn't the other guy, it was me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So had a great year. I feel like
excellent.
Personal. Team-wise, wasn't all that good. Personal, great year. I was able to showcase what I could do against a lot of top talent. You know what I'm saying? Because it was an independent school, so we played everybody. We had a lot of top NAIA schools in our area, so we played.
Yeah, a lot of good competitions.
Yeah. And I had coaches from those schools, you know, call my coach like, yo, how much eligibility this kid got left? Does he want to come over here and play? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I stayed loyal. I stayed loyal. I had a great year. I stayed loyal. Came back from my senior year. And he really like, hey, bro, you can't do no wrong to a certain, you know what I'm saying? Like, hey, go get what's yours. I'm going to put you on the stage, go get what's yours. I mean, like, again, so said, so done. We had another bad year as a team, but it was more so because we had a lot of young guys. We had one senior, which was me, a junior.
Yep.
Everybody else was sophomores and freshmen. You know what I'm saying? Like, we were playing on a lot of big stages again.
So you essentially was one of the leaders on the team then?
Yeah, I was a team captain. I was a team captain.
Okay.
I felt like I could have done a little better job leading for sure, but I felt like I told the guys, "Yo, you got to be ready for this. We're gonna be on the road a lot. Most of our games are away. We're traveling. This is gonna be. It's gonna take a toll on your body that you don't think. You know what I'm saying? Like, you think you're good, but you're not going to be. But like I said again, had another great year personally. They wanted me to come back for a 5th year at school's calling to do my 5th year. So ultimately, I was like, nah, I'm not. I think my time at the collegiate level is done. That was it for me, for sure. After that, moved to Houston. Mind you, in my mind, I'm doing this pro thing. Moved to Houston, got a regular job. Is out of college, graduate. I'm working a regular job, but I'm still doing a little thing, going to the weight, getting up early. I'm working out.
You're staying prepared.
Yeah. It wasn't until that was summer 22. It wasn't until I want to say March of 23 until my first deal. And I feel like that was a fairly short time to what a lot of people.
So you're saying from summer 22 till March 23, essentially. About 8 months, give or take. 8, 9.
People wait a year and a half. You know what I mean? Some people get it straight out of college. Mine, about 7 after. That's when what's that?
No, you go ahead.
No, that's when I played for, in that tournament that I was telling you before we started recording, in Santiago. Played with a team called CDP. That was my first year. That was my first deal in that tournament.
And I find that interesting too, because you born in Dominican Republic and you ended up turning around and getting your first deal in the Dominican Republic. It's like a full swing we're talking about here.
Definitely, because I never played basketball in the Dominican Republic. Ever. My uncle, he's a legend. Actually, in the Dominican Republic, like he's painted in the city I was born in. He's on the gym on the outside. Like there's name.
All right, okay, I see you.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. I don't tell people that. I don't use that to get me nowhere.
You want to make your own name.
Yeah, for sure. And I feel like that's why people find it weird that I never played in DR, because it's like, that this was your uncle and you never come over here to play. Like, what are you doing? But the good thing about, like you said, full circle moment coming back to DR to play is because I play as a native. So playing as a native now, I got a lot more chance to get on the team. So that definitely upped my my percentage of getting on the team.
So you're born there, so off rip you done, like you could more easily get in because
sure, because now a team can bring me in, even though I live in the States, I grew up or live out here, grew up out here. A team can still bring me in as a native and still have enough room to bring their imports in.
Okay.
So that's an advantage.
I really like to hear that, man. So, you're playing in the Dominican Republic, and so essentially, I don't think it's not much of a culture shock to you because you essentially know the culture.
Yeah, not really.
So I agree and so forth.
Yeah, so it wasn't really a culture shock.
And I think it's also kind of beneficial because you ain't far from Villa either.
Nah.
So you ain't too far. You're in a different place, but you ain't too far now.
I didn't rate that. 45-minute flight.
Right down the road, you're there, man. That's really interesting. I like that. Did you play for Puerto Rico at any point? Because I believe I saw some stuff that you played there.
This past fall, I played D-League in Puerto Rico. So it's really like kind of what their D-League that I played in that recently. So,
okay.
Which was a good experience. Ultimately, I couldn't finish the season. I tore my meniscus, but yeah, 9 games in, I tore my meniscus, bro. Probably the toughest thing I've ever had endure.
Mm-hmm.
Coming back from a tear like that. Thank God I didn't need no surgery, but just the mental aspect of it, um, to not being able to do what you normally do.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that's the biggest. And I've had friends that tore their meniscus, all that, but you never take account of like that's gonna be me. You never think
Mm-hmm.
it's gonna be me. And when they're going through it, you're telling them like, bro, get out your head. It's not. Now I understand. Like, it's not as easy.
Mm-hmm.
So definitely. So in December 15th, tore my meniscus.
Okay.
Been going through that.
All right, I got you. Sometimes we get setbacks, man, but it's how we respond to them.
Yeah. I mean, like, I feel like at the end of the day, it was still opened the door for me to go back. I talked to the team already. They want me to go back. I met a lot of
Okay.
people out there. I picked up a lot of interest,
Mm-hmm.
from teams in bigger league. I picked up some interest. So it's just really going back this year. I want to go back. Hopefully, we come to agreements, and
Yep.
go back and really just pick up where I left off. I mean, that was probably my best pro season, does like to date.
Mm-hmm.
As far as personally, like being able to play, like they let me be me. And I played under a legendary player from Puerto Rico. His name is Larry Ajuso. And
Larry Ojuso?
Ajuso, yeah, one of the best shooters
Okay.
in Puerto Rico history. And
Okay.
he let me. He believed in me from day one, and he literally told me like, "Hey, bro, I'm gonna let you be you. Like,
Mm-hmm.
don't let me. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't let me down. I'm gonna give you the opportunity to just be you. Like, I want you to be you.
Yeah, he give you the green light, just play ball.
Green light, just hoop. I was hooping. I was having my best season, but things happen for a reason.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna cuss about it. I'm not gonna pout about it. But things happen for a reason.
Roll with the punches, man.
Roll with the punches. Roll with the punches.
Roll with the punches. A few more things before we end off. Talk to me a little bit about your training routine because I get you on Facebook and thing on Instagram. I always see the man in the gym, either in the gym or you're running on sun or something.
Bro, work hard, bro. Work hard. Work hard.
Like the man, like I see more gym stuff and like cardio stuff than actual ball. So I see the man you really into that working out, man.
Don't let it. Like I tell people, don't let it fool you.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't see it, don't mean it's not happening. I'm
Mm-hmm.
on the court, still doing what I need to do.
Oh, not saying you're not on the court. I'm just saying I see you a lot in the gym. Like you take that has the same importance as
Yeah, you know what I mean. Seeing like that's I feel like that's a really big part in sports in general. Like,
yes.
Bro, and I try to preach it because they, you know what I'm saying. I'm preaching it because B, Craig, Tegan, those guys preach it to me. Especially Coffee. Coffee used to bring me. Right, he used to tell me that's when they had open gyms in Complex.
In Complex? Mm-hmm.
I used to go open gyms. I had to go lift, run before I could go play open gym.
Ooh.
So I would reach open gym with everybody. Coffee would be there. We'd go to the weight room, we'd lift, then we'd go for a run, and then come back and play.
So you done boss about 2 workouts already, man just coming there fresh legs.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, I feel like, and also discipline, you know what I'm saying? Like, now it's like you said, it's routine. I just get up, I go do it. I don't have a problem with it. I don't fuss about it. Just get up and do it. I feel like that's part of just being a pro. Part of being a pro. It's part of what comes with it. It's part of the job.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I respect the man. I respect that a lot. I see you putting in that work. I see you putting in that work. And you have to. You want to be one of the best, you got to put in the work. You got to work harder than everybody else.
I have to, bro. Came off a championship season with Pastor Valerio.
Okay.
Yep.
Respect to y'all, man. Okay.
Yeah, just seeing what it took, bro, like, you know what I'm saying, the I would say like the toll put your body.
The toll on your body, like the effect, like the day in, day out, just
And I tell people, bro, I wasn't even a main player, bro. Coming off the bench to give these guys, you know what I'm saying, that break.
Yeah.
But I just seeing like the toll that shit took on them. Like, I'm just like, all right, yeah. Because when I get to where they're at, where I'm one of them guys on a championship team, I know I gotta be ready for that. You know what I'm saying? So like, why wait till then to get prepared? Why not?
You prepare all know. Prepare all know. And that's all it is for real. You got to prepare for the moment, not when the moment reach.
Exactly.
Not when the moment reach. I got one more thing for you. Is there a player that you have never beaten 1v1?
Player that
all the 1v1s in your life, whoever you play, that you have that you could just never beat. You could never get him.
I don't think I beat Kofi yet. I don't think I beat Kofi yet. But like him, I haven't played them yet, but coming soon. My brother, I told him already when I played against him. I played against him in the championship game. Back in Santiago. His name is Brandon Francis. Look him up after we get off.
Brandon Francis, okay.
Brandon played at Texas Tech. Him. We got some. We got. I told him already. We need that 1v1 work. We always go at each other when we're working out. Like when I go back to La Pomona, we work out together all the time. And we're always, throwing jabs at each other and workouts and stuff like that. Like, yo, bro, I'm about to outshoot you. Or I'm going to beat your time. You know what I'm saying? Like, just friendly competition. But we never got to that one-on-one. You guard me, I guard you. Let's get down to it. You know what I'm saying?
But soon, though.
Coming
loading up, though.
Coming soon, for sure. But I don't think I beat Cover yet. I don't think so.
I like how you say yet, because you're implying that. You're implying.
I don't care. I told him already. I don't care if you're 40. I don't care if you're 50. Yep, on that court, and when I tell you, hey, check ball, it's a one-on-one. I don't want to hear no excuse.
Everybody step back, ball and
play.
play.
Yeah, man. I don't allow nobody when it comes.
Hey, I love to hear it, man. Hey, Luis, I really appreciate you coming out on the show with me, man.
No, man,
I have a lot of insight.
For sure. I know a lot of people didn't know kind of the full story of how things with me, because like I said, it just came on. I was like, yo, what's up? This Luis, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, kind of like that. So for sure, but I appreciate you, putting me on the platform to be able to tell my story.
Absolutely, man. All of our stories are unique and so forth. I have much respect to my local bar players. Them absolute love for you guys.
We appreciate it, man.
Like I told Anisha, keep up the work. Keep doing your thing. Y'all will make it fire.
Got to, man. We appreciate that, and then I feel like it's just a motivation for the generation behind us. That's how we trying to just same way those guys before us motivated. We just want to motivate the ones that's coming behind.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. Yeah, we can definitely achieve what we need to achieve. We just got to put in the work.
Sure.
We just got to put in the work, man. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed the show. K Plus Podcast. We out. Peace. Y'all have a good day. We out.
What's up?